Welcome to A Balanced Approach to Business Growth. And if you are coming back for another episode, welcome back. Thank you for joining me again. This playlist is your go-to resource for smart, sustainable business growth without the overwhelm. It's where you'll find top tips, fresh insights, practical strategies, and fabulous exercises to help you grow your business your way. Whether you're a solopreneur, leading a small team, or scaling up, these videos will help you simplify your approach, help to ensure that you're focusing on what truly matters, those activities that move the needle in your favor, and help you build a business that works for you, one that is profitable, fulfilling, and built to last. As a business coach, I am here to help ambitious business owners like you bridge the gap between where you are and where you want to be without sacrificing your happiness. And if we've not met before, hello, my name is Lindsey. Today, I am sharing 3 key truths about progress. You see, progress isn't about taking action, it's about taking the right action. But that's easier said than done, because let's be really honest here, staying on track is hard, especially with the endless noise that we are surrounded by. Everywhere you look, someone has a magic formula. Make 6 figures in 6 days, millionaire status by last Tuesday, follow my 3-step plan and never struggle again. We're surrounded by so much information, blueprints, formulas, false promises that tell us that success should be quick and easy. This become a millionaire by last Tuesday mindset. I'm smiling because I say all the time, become a millionaire by last Tuesday. I don't think if you Google it, there is an actual mindset called become a billionaire or a millionaire or a billionaire by last Tuesday. But it really helps me to get that message across, because when we buy into that, when we start believing that if we're not moving fast enough, if we're not achieving 6 figures, we must be failing, that really gets my goat. And that noise that's feeding that narrative, it's exhausting. And worse, it makes you feel like you're doing something wrong if your progress doesn't look effortless, if you're not achieving 6 figures. So this is why I am sharing these 3 truths with you today. But first, I have an overarching truth, and that is building something meaningful, whether it's a career or your business, it takes time. So today we are going to cut through that noise. I am going to share these 3 truths. I'm going to explain why it can feel so damn hard sometimes. And I have a ridiculously powerful, yes, I say ridiculously powerful exercise that will help you back on track or reconnect with your vision. So don't go away. Make sure you get right to the end for that. But let's get started with these truths. Now we have the overarching one. Truth number 1, progress isn't linear. If you've watched any of my past videos, you know that I talk about the roller coaster ride of business, and I do this action. Of course, we all love the idea of a straight path to success, but it just isn't true. We all love the idea of step A leading to step B, meaning we can do step C and our bank accounts are overflowing and clients are coming to us without us doing a thing. We all love that idea. Of course we do. And I wish I could tell you success is a clear, predictable road with no weird detours. But real progress is more like a road trip. But it's a road trip where the sat nav keeps losing signal. Have you ever experienced that? So in business, when you keep losing signal, you experience the highs and the lows and the U-turns and you've taken a wrong turn. And then you get to those moments where you think, am I even going in the right way? We have all been there, I promise you. And because business is cyclical, because we're constantly growing, you will feel that again. But why does progress really feel hard? And so I gave some thought to this. And one of the key reasons I think progress feels hard is because we expect results quickly. Because there is a formula for this and you can have 6 steps to that. Because we can do a few taps on our keyboard and we can have something delivered to our door within 24 hours or sooner. We're in a world, an environment where it is fast paced, where everything is now, where we expect everything now. But in business, that's a dangerous place to be because that's when self-doubt creeps in. And when things don't happen, we start to say, why is this taking so long? Shouldn't I be further ahead by now? Maybe I'm not cut out for this. Sound familiar? I promise you, we have all been there and we have all said those things. But those setbacks, and they're not really setbacks, when we're not moving as fast as we expect, when we're not seeing the results as fast as everybody else expects, this is all part of the process. It's all part of the journey. Every detour you take is part of the journey. It offers you a learning. Every challenge is a lesson. And the only way you can truly fail is to stop moving forward. So instead of panicking when progress feels slow or appears to feel slow, ask yourself, am I still moving forward, even just a little? Because if the answer is yes, you, my friend, are doing just fine. Truth number two, consistency outweighs quick wins. Excuse me. Now, I love a quick win as much as the next person. And sometimes in business, there are times when you strategically, quick wins can help. They can be what you need. But if you rely on quick wins for a burst of motivation, an injection of cash into your business, a quick fix because you don't really know what it's going to do and you just need to get it done, there is a chance that you will create more problems. And actually, the chance is really high that you will create more problems down the road, which means that you will have to work harder to fix them. Potentially, it can lead to overwhelm later on as well. It could lead to overwhelm now because, quick fixes, they can take as much time and resource to implement as the right fix. And what I truly believe is sustainable success comes from showing up, being consistent, even when it's boring, even when it's frustrating, even when you'd rather be doing something else. Providing that you know what the consistent actions are in your business, you will absolutely see progress in your business, and it will be more beneficial to your business than looking for that quick win. So it got me thinking about why we find consistency so hard. Because, let's face it, is when things are going well, being consistent is a doddle. It's also sometimes when we fall off the consistency wagon because things are going well. But when things are feeling more challenging, when things aren't happening and self-doubt's arriving, consistency feels really hard. And I think it's because it's not glamorous. It is not exciting. And equally because no one talks about that messy bit in the middle, although I have in past videos. Because when we get the right habits, the right systems, the right processes, and when we're consistent with them, there is a period of time when it can feel a little bit messy. It hasn't bedded in quite right. We're still going through that learning process. We're still getting comfortable with it. And that can equally be the time when we stop being consistent. But it's worth persevering, I promise you. And that messy bit, sometimes we give up because we're not seeing the results, because we expect the results now. Lean into it, relax, let the results happen. I also think that consistency sometimes becomes a bit of a challenge for us when we don't know where we're going. So your vision is key to consistency. Your vision is essential for being consistent. So what, and I'm laughing at myself really because consistency is so much easier when you know where you're going. Yet so many clients land at my doorstep because they feel a disconnect to their vision. That's sometimes because we're going after what we think everybody else expects of us. Hey, I've done that. Or because we're buying into the narrative of the quick fixes, the blueprints, the formulas. We've created a vision that is not connected. We have a disconnect with it. We are not aligned with it. And that's when it becomes a real battle. Equally, how can you be consistent if you're going after somebody else's goal? Back to the formulas. If the goals and the targets are coming from somebody else's formula and somebody else's magic pill, you are really going to struggle to stay consistent. But when your vision is truly yours, it's a whole different game. Okay. Truth number 3, which I think is my favorite. I always have a favorite. They're equally powerful and equally important, but I think this is my favorite. You do not have to do it alone. Simple, really, isn't it? Truths normally are. There is a real myth that you have to have it all figured out, that you have to be totally capable, that all your ducks have to be in a row. You have to have nailed everything. And you can't really do that on your own anyway. It's complete nonsense to think that you can do it on your own. When you started your business, it wasn't because, unless you're in marketing, you were a marketing expert. It wasn't because you were brilliant at sales, unless that is your business. You started a business because there was a transformation, a difference you wanted to make. You wanted to do something differently because you were passionate about something. Most successful people, I think I'd like to say 100%. Let's see if anyone comes back on that. But I truly believe, okay, successful people, they don't do it alone. They ask for help. They accept help. And that's the really important thing. Don't ask for help and then don't accept it. Women are particularly good at that. No, no, I don't need any help. Okay, well, can I do this for you? No, no, it's fine. Take the help, people. But also surround yourself with people who will push you forward, surround yourself with people who are already at the next level because they will lift you to that level. Seriously, you do not have to have all the answers. You do not have to have it all figured out. But what you do need is the courage to ask for help. You need the courage to surround yourself with incredible people. And if you're at the beginning of your journey thinking, Lindsey, I can't afford help right now, there are other ways. So, for example, if you recognize that you really need some help with marketing, is there a swap you can do? Can you buddy up with somebody for accountability? There are lots of ways that we can get help and support in our business at those times when we can't afford it or are not ready to invest. Let's use that phrase. It's much better than I can't afford it is a real place of lack. But when you're not ready to invest, there are other ways that you can get the help and support that you need in your business. But please do not think that you need to do this alone. It almost feels like we're taught that asking for help means we're not good enough. I know I've definitely done that, not asked for the help and support that I needed when I needed it, because if I did, people would think that I'm not doing very well. If I did think people would think less of me, especially being a business coach. Well, if she's asking for help, she can't be any good. All that narrative that we buy into. It's because, sorry, I was thinking about the next sentence, which is really, really powerful. Because I want you to know that if you don't ask for help, if you don't look for ways of surrounding yourself with incredible people, networking being one of them, I'm an advocate for networking. If you're trying to do it all alone, it really is the fastest way to get stuck, and I don't want you to be stuck, okay? So there we have it. Your overarching truth, building something meaningful takes time. Truth 1, progress isn't linear. So lean into that journey and have as much fun as you can on it. Consistency outweighs quick wins, and consistency is way easier when you know where you're going. And remember, you don't have to do it alone, and asking for help is the greatest sign of strength. Okay, I have an exercise for you, remember? I'm feeling a tickle in my throat. Okay, so what is this ridiculously powerful exercise I mentioned? It is the future letter exercise. It will help you to connect or reconnect with your vision. It is one of my favorite exercises. I absolutely swear by it. and my clients love it. What I want you to do is step into my time machine and let's go 12 months into the future, where you have already made incredible progress, where you have accomplished incredible things, where you have achieved amazing things in your business, where you're feeling proud and confident about what you have built. So write yourself a letter from the future, talking about the things that you've accomplished, how you feel, the challenges you've overcome. You can include the incredible number of clients that you've worked with. Talk about a specific client if you want to. You can talk about income level, profit. You can talk about the number of website visitors you've had, if that was something that was valuable to your business and created a return. There is no right or wrong to this. You can include anything and everything. You can include the fact that finally you have employed an SEO expert, or you now have a copywriter on standby. Anything and everything. You now have a smooth system for booking. Your onboarding of clients feels welcoming. Anything and everything goes. But remember, you are not just your business. So it's really important to include those incredible things that you did outside of the business. So perhaps you went on a 5-star holiday. Maybe you've been swimming with dolphins or been, I don't know, climbed the Himalayas. Maybe you've paid off your mortgage. Maybe you are now only working 4 days a week and volunteering with a charity on the 5th day. These, it, it's so important that you recognize that your business is a vehicle to living your most incredible life. So absolutely include it in your letter. Now, if you're thinking, oh, Lindsey, that sounds really naff and I don't want to do that. No problem. There is an alternative version to your letter writing. You are on stage. There is a podium and a microphone in front of you, and you have just been handed an award. What are you going to say in your thank you speech? And I had to come up with an alternative because I've had several clients who didn't like the idea of writing a letter. And I had one client who wrote a thank you speech. She knew exactly where she was, who the event organizers for the award ceremony, who the awards were by. She knew which award she had actually received. This letter was so powerful. I almost jumped out of my seat and applauded her when I finished reading it. Writing a letter or a thank you speech, it shifts your focus. It is a game changer, I promise you. And what will happen is instead of getting lost in the how, you start thinking like the person who's already achieved it. And that's what changes everything. So don't get stuck in the ifs, buts, and maybes and all of that malarkey and rubbish. Just write this incredible letter from the future or your thank you speech. And I have met clients, bumped into past clients who have been back to these letters and been able to share how much progress they have made or where they have actually completed everything, achieved everything. Sometimes within that year, sometimes it took a bit longer, but they could see the progress that they were making when they stopped to look back. Okay, here's the challenge. It's not a challenge. What I don't want you to do is write a letter or a thank you speech and tuck it away in a notebook and forget all about it. I want you to make that incredible future a reality. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to book a clarity call. It's absolutely free. There is no obligation to go on and work with me. But I want to make sure that you're on the right path, your path. One that actually works for you, feels good to you, and leads to sustainable success. In fact, I challenge you, book that call a few weeks in the future or the next available space. My diary can get busy, so please do this now. Because then you've got a deadline for this letter. Then you have to have written that letter or you have to have written your thank you speech by that time. And some of us work better with deadlines, actual deadlines. Whichever way works best for you, write your letter, then book a call, or book a call and go and write that letter. Because progress isn't about speed, it's about direction. And when you're connected to where you're going, the journey gets a whole lot easier. I hope that you have enjoyed this video. Hit subscribe if you have. Drop me a comment, share your thoughts below. I love seeing your comments. If there's something that has resulted, happened, or changed because you've watched this video, let me know below. And perhaps you know someone who should be watching this video. Well, feel free to share it or tag them. Thank you so much for spending a little bit of your precious time with me today.